Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Aaron and this channel is Dad.0. So the iPhone 12 Pro Max came out roughly 8 months ago, and I picked one up on release day. I've been using it every day since. It's been my main phone, and I thought it would be a good time to just come back to it and give a long-term review of it for people that are considering it in the summer of 2021. So in this long-term review, I'm just going to cover what I'm loving about this iPhone 12 Pro Max and why it's still my daily driver. Also the things that I'm not liking so much, and then just give you my recommendation on whether I would go ahead and pull the trigger now or wait to see what the next iPhone has in store. So first and foremost, and this is kind of an obvious one, is the 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR display. It comes in at 2778 by 1284 pixels, 458 pixel per inch. It's an HDR display with True Tone, the P3 wide color gamut, a 2,000,000:1 contrast ratio, up to 1200 nits of brightness when viewing HDR content. All of this to say that this is one of the best displays that you're going to find on any phone out there. It's an OLED display, so colors are very immersive, they're very accurate, and they pop on the screen. Blacks are true black because the pixel itself is actually turned off. And the up to 1200 nits of brightness means that you can see the screen clearly in any amount of direct light. Now, some people were really upset that this phone didn't have 120 Hz refresh rate. For me personally, I thought that that would be a nice feature, but not at the expense of battery life. And right now, it seems like that is the trade-off that you have to give to have that 120 Hz refresh rate, is that it takes away some of that battery life. So again, this is just a personal preference, but I would rather have longer battery life than a 120 Hz refresh rate. But if they can perfect that to where it's a minimal or no decrease in battery life, it would be a really nice feature to have. And I'm sure future iPhones will have it very soon. And speaking of battery life, that's another thing that I'm absolutely loving about the iPhone 12 Pro Max. This is the first iPhone that I've used where I can get a day and a half, sometimes 2 full days in between charges. Now, obviously, this depends on how you're using your phone, how much you're using it, what sort of brightness levels you have it on. But I think for most people, this iPhone 12 Pro Max will give you the best battery life out of any iPhone out there. And the other nice thing is that it does charge up pretty fast. I can get this down to about 5% battery life, throw it on the charger, and in about 45 minutes to an hour, I can get it up to 70 to 85% charged, which is more than enough to get through most days. I'm also liking the MagSafe feature on this iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now, I'll admit, when they first announced it, I thought it was going to be more of a gimmick, but I have enjoyed the MagSafe accessories that I've used. First, I got the black MagSafe case for the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it's a really nice case. It provides good protection, has a great feel to it, and the thing that I really like about it is that you can still add other MagSafe accessories to it. So I've picked up the case, I've also picked up the MagSafe charger. That works very well. It doesn't charge super fast, but has a nice connection, even with the case on. And then I also picked up the MagSafe wallet. And this wallet is perfect for people like me that basically keep all their credit cards and things like that in their digital wallet on their phones. And then I have apps for things like my healthcare and my insurance. So all I really need to do is bring my ID and maybe a debit and credit card, and that's easy to throw into this MagSafe wallet. And in my opinion, the connection strength is perfect. It's nice and solid, but it still allows you to pretty easily take it off because you're going to have to do that from time to time, whether it's to remove a card or pop it off so you can put on a different MagSafe accessory. So I got the case, I got the charger, I got the wallet. I plan to get the MagSafe battery that's pretty new, and that ships to me next week, so make sure you come back for that review. Another thing that I am absolutely loving are the cameras on this iPhone 12 Pro Max. For those of you that don't know, for the past 8 months I've been shooting most of my reviews with the iPhone 12 Pro Max, so you can go back and see some of those to see some of the video quality that this produces. But in short, it's absolutely amazing. The addition of the sensor shift stabilization on the iPhone 12 Pro Max makes taking 4K footage on the move super smooth. Actually, I've stopped even using a gimbal because I'm able to get such smooth video just by holding it steady. I happen to have the iPhone 12 as well, so I'm going to put some side-by-side footage so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The difference isn't night and day, but you can definitely tell the iPhone 12 Pro Max has much smoother video. On top of that, the picture quality is amazing too. Now, you'll get amazing pictures no matter what iPhone 12 you go with. However, I have noticed the Pro does perform better in low light situations thanks to its larger sensor and the LiDAR scanner. I'm no professional photographer by any means, but these photos that this phone can take are simply amazing. There's so much detail in every photo, and I love taking portraits of my daughter. And I think the cool thing is that you don't need to know a ton about cameras to take professional quality photos with this iPhone 12 Pro Max. Last thing I'll touch on is the durability and the performance. This phone has been really durable. When they first talked about the new glass and the ceramic shield, again, I thought it was one of those gimmicks because they always say there's new and improved glass, but they all crack or scratch just like the previous one. However, this one does seem to be more durable. I do have some light scratches, but those were definitely warranted, and actually I was surprised that there isn't a crack with some of the drops I've had with this phone. And the casing looks brand new still. Granted, it has been in a case most of its life, but still with other phones, if I got some sand or any sort of dirt in there, it tended to scratch up the sides or back, but not the case with this iPhone 12 Pro Max. Also, the water resistance has been a really nice feature. I don't have to worry if this gets splashed on or something spills on it. Overall, I've been really impressed with the durability. And I'm not going to go super deep into the performance, but it's been flawless. The A14 processor flies through just about every task. Gaming on this phone is really smooth. You can play at some of the highest settings and not have to worry about stuttering or freezing. It blows through multitasking. And the nice thing is that the A14 processor, along with the 6 gigs of RAM in this phone, should be more than enough to keep this phone nice and fast for years to come. So as for things I'm not liking about it, I kind of lied, because there's really not anything I don't like about this phone. There's not something I'd point at and say, I really don't like that feature or that design. But there are some things that maybe I would tweak for my perfect phone. One would be a smaller notch at the top. Now, the notch doesn't bug me necessarily, but it is pretty wide. I feel like they can really trim that up and give us a little bit more space up top there. And along with that, something that the last year and a half has shown us is that facial recognition either needs to account for wearing a mask, or phones need to put some sort of Touch ID along with Face ID, because right now if you're wearing a mask, you're going to have to enter your PIN anytime you want to use your phone, which definitely isn't the end of the world by any means, but it would be nice to have some sort of biometric scanner that works while using a mask. Also, having a 120 Hz refresh rate would be really nice, or even just 90 Hz. But again, I would want that as long as it doesn't dramatically decrease battery life. If you've ever used the iPad Pros at all, or a phone that has that 120 Hz refresh rate, everything just works a little bit smoother, a little bit quicker, less ghosting. It's just a little bit more of a pleasant experience, so that would be nice to have. And then the last thing I'll mention, it would be nice to have USB-C on this phone. I personally am just fine with the lightning cord, but it would be nice to have a more universal port. Now, as for the people that are wondering if they should buy the iPhone 12 Pro Max now, or if they should wait for the iPhone 13 to be announced, latest rumors are that the iPhone 13 will have a smaller notch at the top. It will have that 120 Hz Pro Motion display. It'll have the A15 chip, and it may even have Touch ID under the display. And personally, those things address a lot of the things that I would want in a new phone. So if it were me, I would probably wait till the fall to see exactly what the iPhone 13 has, and that way you can make your best decision, because you want to get all the information. These are not cheap phones, so if that means waiting a couple more months to get the best phone that fits all your needs, that's what I would do. But at the end of the day, you need to do what's best for you, and if you need a phone right now, the iPhone 12 Pro Max is a terrific phone, and I'm still loving it 8 months later. Alright everyone, I'm going to wrap up this video now. I appreciate everyone who watched till the end of this video. Means a lot to me. Like in my recent videos, I'm going to do a channel call out now. This is something I like to do just to call out other smaller channels who are making great content that deserves some recognition, and hopefully I can get them a few more subscribers and a few more viewers. In this video, I want to call out Marina Tech. She makes some really high quality content, especially if you're into Apple products. Go and check out her reviews and her analysis. She does some great research, really insightful stuff. So make sure you subscribe and like her videos. Alright everyone, thanks again for watching, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.